Want to bring on now Jason Whitlock, my friend, the host of Speak For Yourself. Very rarely, Whitlock's a very busy man. Very rarely does he text me, Christine, and say, would you like me on the show? And of course I would like you on the show. I have encouraged your participation with this show. Much like Steph, I welcome other stars eagerly.
That means you have something to say, Jason.
I do have something to say.
So let's start with your initial reaction when you saw the racial slurs had been written on LeBron's L.A. home not far from here.
You know, I think it's a disrespectful inconvenience for LeBron James. I think that this is where I struggle with LeBron James. He has fallen into the far left trap of there's value in embracing your victimhood. And so LeBron, I watched his press conference. I saw it yesterday, saw it again today. And his comments analogizing any part of this to Emmett Till is preposterous.
Now, inform our audience of that.
Emmett Till was a 14-year-old boy from Chicago who went to visit his uncle in the 1950s in Money, Mississippi. Money, Mississippi is probably the dumbest name ever to call that city Money. It should have been called No Money, Mississippi. Very poor, depressed area, about 300-400 people, one industry town, poor people lived there. Emmett Till had an interaction with a white woman and was brutally murdered by her husband and her husband's half-brother. Brutally murdered. 14-year-old boy, allegedly because he may have whistled at the woman, but we come to find out later he did not. Brutally murdered. It's one of the most tragic historic events in African-American history. There's no analogy between that and what happened to LeBron James. He allegedly had the N-word spray painted on his $20 million Brentwood home. He wasn't there. His family wasn't there. He heard about it. He's on stage, oh, my family's safe. From what, spray paint? They're in Cleveland. Again, I don't want, racism is an issue in America, but it is primarily an issue for the poor. It's not LeBron James's issue. LeBron James, whether he likes it or not, or whether people close to him are telling him or not, he has removed himself from the damages and the ravages of real racism. He may have an occasional disrespectful interaction with someone, a disrespectful inconvenience. But again, you talk about the people that murdered Emmett Till got off. An all-white jury let them off. There was no real investigation. The whole town was against him. LeBron's $20 million Brentwood home gets vandalized, and I see 2 or 3 police cars trying to get to the bottom of it. LeBron's staff, I'm sure, cleaned up the spray paint within hours. This ain't Emmett Till, and we need to quit. And LeBron needs to quit embracing his victimhood because he's not a victim, and it's a terrible message for black people that, oh my God, it's so, and again.
It is discouraging though. It is, don't listen.
It's inconvenient, it's disrespectful. I don't, Colin, I'm 50 years old, I'm grown. I get when I was a young person, some people called me a bad name, the N-word, whatever, it hurt my feelings. But stop me from rising? Hell no. Stop LeBron James. And, you know, LeBron's comment about no matter how rich you are, no matter how famous you are, it's tough being black in America. That is a lie. It's not tough being Oprah Winfrey. It's not tough being LeBron James. It's not tough being Jason Whitlock. When I leave here today, I'm going to drive to Wilshire Boulevard, get out of my car, and throw the keys to my car to some white or Latino man who's going to say, Mr. Whitlock, anything I can do for you today? I'm going to walk into my building, the concierge, probably black, is Mr. Whitlock, I got a package for you. Anything I can do for you today? And then I'm going to go up to my 4th-floor apartment and continue to do whatever the hell it is I want to do. And I'm not nearly as rich as LeBron James. And so to sit here and act like LeBron, Oprah, me, and a bunch of people in between have some miserable life, or, oh, we get out of bed every day like, oh, God, I'm black. What am I going to do today? Oh, I hope I can make it. I'm black in America. That's not our existence. That's a lie.
So what should he have said?
What he should have said was, when asked the question, he's like, man, that's terrible. I hope that the people involved are caught and learn a lesson from this. I'm fine. Yes, racism is an issue in America, but this is something me and my family will get through. It's not that big of a deal. Where the real impact of racism is among the poor. Where the real impact of graffiti is among the poor. Because again, when they graffiti your name in Compton or one of these poor communities in Los Angeles, it's a death threat. And there is some family safety concerns. But when your family is in Cleveland and you live in a $20 million estate, unless OJ got paroled this week, there ain't a whole lot going down in Brentwood, Colin.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of violence and murder and threat to families. And so, again, this message that we're constantly pumping out to young black people and the black people that we're just victims and, oh, my God, the worst thing in the world is to be black in America, is just not true. The worst thing to be in America and anywhere on the planet is poor. Go do the numbers, go through the stats. If you're poor, regardless of color, you're catching hell in America and on this planet. LeBron has risen above poverty to that special elevated place we have in this society where pretty much nothing can bother him. And to sit here and say that, oh, my God, my house was vandalized in L.A., and on the eve of this greatest sporting event, I'm traumatized. It's just not true.
He didn't say it was traumatized.
I understand, but that was the way he postured and, you know, the way, again, it was all said for the benefit of social media and Twitter. Again, I'm fired up about it because, again, this is the Embrace Debate Network. That's what we label ourselves as.
Yeah.
And so I'm not out of bounds here when I say, I watched Undisputed and saw Shannon Sharp today say the hardest thing is being black in America. And I was just like, this is crazy. Have you ever tried to be a veteran that lost a leg in America? Have you ever been a poor person accused of a crime and forced to go with a public defender in America? Of any color. It's if you're poor, regardless of color, you are catching hell. I've been poor. Shannon's been poor. We know the difference. We know how good our lives are, and we don't need to pretend like, oh, my God, this is so terrible what's happening to us. But we need to be defending the poor and disadvantaged and talking about their issues because our issues are very minimal. LeBron's issues from this bit of vandalism, there are no repercussions. There's the police are going to try to get to the bottom of it. His staff of flunkies and help will clean it up. It's nothing. And again, I'm not excusing race. Whoever the person is, whether they be black, white, or Latino, because it's a possibility. Yeah. It could be anybody. They're idiots and stupid. But is LeBron in some type of jeopardy? Will he be out tonight thinking, oh, my God, they vandalized my house. I don't know if I can make this jumper. No.
Jason Whitlock, speak for yourself. More than good seeing you.
Thank you.